listening to the Contraritics Podcast, pushing back against the insanity of this world with arguments that may or may not work. And here's your hosts, Josh the Gun Nerd and Ian the Beer Nut.
Hey, this is I skipped last week, and well, I don't even know if I should say because we don't know the order that you're throwing these up. But
I'll release an order.
All right, yeah. So we had Grant on last week. I haven't heard it yet. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I mean, I was there, but
yeah, you do enough of these, and somebody says, "Hey, that one you were talking about the thing," and you're like, I'll have to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
I was there in the moment. I don't remember what's going on now. But
yeah.
No,
it was good. You have the doctor in.
Yeah,
that's his YouTube channel. Is the doctor's in?
Yeah,
and we had some good discussion about, and we talked about Thomas Paine's Common Sense because we had been going through that as a secondary, and talked about some of the reaction to Charlie Kirk stuff, which might hit on again today, because it's something that doesn't just go away. You know,
it is kind of a series of tidal waves.
and let's see. We talked on Friday, and the memorial service was on Sunday, so we hadn't heard the memorial service yet. Which did you catch any of it?
Clips.
Okay, yeah. I played for one of my classes, Erica Kirk's speech, which was good.
I'll be honest and say I do struggle with the forgiving for somebody that, like, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't struggle with forgiveness. I struggle with forgiving somebody that doesn't want it. And but I think that I don't think what she did was wrong at all. I think it was actually very godly and glorifying. And it's one of those things that you don't need to pick apart in the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe later on a podcast, a week later. But like showing that forgiveness, I have a certain understanding of forgiveness that like God forgives us. It's different in the way that we forgive. And so being ready to forgive makes all the sense in the world to me. Is that...
Well, I mean, she compared it to, Christ on the cross.
Yeah.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Yep.
And just saying, like, you think you're doing one thing.
Yeah.
Like, you think they thought they were, they're deceiving themselves, but they wanted to believe that they were crucifying an imposter.
Yeah.
This man claimed to be the king of the Jews. And in reality, they're killing the king himself. But this man who took out Charlie thought he was ridding the world of evil.
Yeah.
When he was taking out, in terms of level of innocent people.
Yeah.
Willing to die or worthy of death. He was definitely on the scale of not worthy to be executed by men. Of course, we all fall short of God's glory, but, and was actually...
He was innocent of what this guy was killing him for.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is unclear what...
Yeah.
I mean, you're taking this guy out that is willing to have honest dialogue with, and maybe... maybe his opponents would say it's not honest. I mean, I think his dishonest opponents would say it's not honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he was willing to. I mean, what did that guy? Is it some CNN contributor or host, Van Dyne or Van Jones or?
I think it was. Yeah, I think Van Jones.
And he said that Charlie had reached out like a day or two before, and he's like, "Hey, let's have a open dialogue, respectful about, was it black culture or something?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because they'd had a conversation. Maybe it was on social media, I think, where Charlie was commenting. Maybe I think that was the thing. Does that sound familiar? And so he was the Van Jones guy, which just sounds like a last name. So I was confused in that. I was expecting like a first name.
Yeah.
I guess it's Van.
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I recognized him when I saw him, but I don't
know.
Pay attention to things like that.
Yeah, he looked like a familiar enough face, but
yeah. So maybe there's a front name.
No, it just says Van Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
Van Jones shares DMs with Charlie Kirk from day before killing. Turn down the heat, seek common ground, apparently is.
Yeah. Yeah, and he sat on that for, I think, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then was like seeing how things were going, all the rhetoric, all the explosive talk and things like that were going on, and finally decided to step up and say, hey, look, this, like, Charlie actually wanted to talk. He wanted to, it wasn't just about like beating somebody down with words or winning. It was actually having real discussion.
Yeah, and I mean, he was a bold, articulate guy that obviously was reaching the younger generation and was unashamed of what he professed, as well as was Vodi Bakum, who just passed yesterday.
Yeah.
Totally different sphere, not in the political circuit at all.
Yeah.
But just was a strong voice for, you'd hear him speak on all kinds of issues, and he was articulate. And I mean, like the quote that you reposted about him saying, get your kids out of public school, because if you surrender them to Rome, expecting them to come out as Romans.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that one I've heard several times. It's interesting when, like, I think I said last we were together with Charlie Kirk, I really had not paid attention to him until the Sunday before he was assassinated. And that was like the most, I'd spent listening to his stuff. And Vodi Bakum, I've probably listened to more sermons and podcasts. I think I've read one or two of his books.
I think I read the Family-Driven Faith back in college. He wrote and he had like at the time, I think his kids were about my age or whatever, the marrying age, and so he was offering a lot of young men marriageable type of advice, and so I was seeking that out, and he had some good things to say. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and the one about, because it was even before Karen and I were, like, before we had kids and we were trying to decide what we would do when we had kids. Maybe it was when she was pregnant with Ethan. I remember having conversations with Dave Light about it was before Ethan was born, there was a possibility of sending him to public school, but it was still like icky.
Yeah.
And we read a book, I think from a local family, like Pierce County area or something like that had their kids in public school and why they thought that was the right thing to do. And we were reading it, and I think it actually convinced me more that it was not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I wish I could remember what it was. 'Cause it was a good, it was a thoughtful argument. I don't think it was a good argument. I think it was a thoughtful argument. And then later on hearing Vodi talking about that and all the the Christian influence that we listen to, talking about how we educate our kids and how it's our responsibility and how our fathers are responsible to be in charge of educating the kids. However that lines out, in the end, we send them to public school. We're responsible for them turning into Romans. If we send them to Christian school, we're responsible for whatever good and bad can come from that. Or if we homeschool them, we're responsible for whatever good or bad comes from that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, and when you think about it, because like in the Christian school context, they're always talking about, it's more than education. We're shaping hearts. We're doing stuff. Well, okay, so if education is that in that school, then why wouldn't it be at the public school as well? It's just a different agenda.
Yeah.
It's like they're absolutely about shaping hearts, away from God, because that's divisive or that's whatever.
Yeah.
And toward the liberal agenda, you know. And
you look at Kirk's, assassin, he did not come from a Christian background, but he came from a very high moral background.
Mm-hmm.
And that changed.
Right.
I don't know if he was going to Mormon schools or, public schools or whatever.
Was he from Utah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like a couple 100 miles away from Utah.
Huh.
And
because I was so confused when the original report came out, because it said Washington County Sheriff, and I'm like, wait,
South Washington,
is that
North Oregon?
Yeah, like, is it Washington State Sheriff or like what? Wait, that would be Washington Patrol.
Turns out they allow counties to have the title of Washington in other states.
Right.
Apparently, it's something to do with like a former president.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like hearing Marysville, and you're like, wait, here or where?
Marysville, Vermont. I think there's a Marysville, Vermont. That's one that
California as well. Somewhere.
Okay, yeah. I've heard of that one.
But yeah, there's. I think it's causing a lot of people to ask good questions, and there's definitely, I wouldn't call it revival yet, but I would say that
smells like it.
Yeah, yeah, and there's an air of hope while also in the midst of grief and sadness. Because talking to you, talking to Grant, talking to a lot of different people, because he mentioned last week that it affected him more than he thought it would, and I think I felt the same way. And, just in the way that. It's different if somebody just gets taken out in a car accident. You're like, wow, that's really sad. He had a lot of life left in front of him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But this was an intentional act of, of murder.
Yeah.
And killing him for the reason that that we liked him was speaking truth and being bold. And
it is interesting. I haven't, because it is weird how it has affected me in ways that I did not think, because I usually am not emotionally moved by,
anything.
Public figures.
Yeah.
I think it I haven't gone back and watched a lot of his videos since, because it is a little, it just reminds me of seeing some of the video up close.
Yeah.
And not really wanting to have that run through my mind again.
Yep.
But a lot of the videos that I've seen, not looking for any subject in particular, but more what people have said, hey, this is what, this is kind of the direction Charlie was heading. He started off very political and almost never, from what I'm, gathering, almost never was overtly Christian in what he said, to the point where he started saying, hey, look, all these politics are great. All the, going and knocking on doors for Trump is great, but that's not actually going to save your soul. That's not actually going to affect your life. You actually just need to repent of your sins and turn to God and get into church. And he was very overt about that. I'm guessing it sounds like in the last couple of years more so than he had started out being.
To the point that they said, what do you want to be remembered for? And he said, courage.
Yeah.
Courage and faith, or courage for my faith, or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, not politics and all that. And I can't remember if it was him or somebody else, but I just read in the last 48 hours something along the lines of, if you are a Christian and your goal is to get Trump into office again, so this might have been written beforehand, before he was elected for the third time, and if that's your goal, if your goal is to win in Washington, if your goal is to get more people to vote, and you're spending all of your time and thought and energy into getting people to vote, but you're not actually getting calling people to repentance, then your faith is actually in your politics and not in God. And I thought that was really good. If it wasn't Charlie that said that, it was somebody talking about him.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good, because I really do think that's actually a massive problem. I just know too many people that are more concerned with your political leanings than they are with it's symptomatic, it's a doctor going after the sniffly nose and not figuring out, what the actual problem is. It's so when people repent of their sins and turn to Christ and follow him and believe all the uncomfortable things that the Bible talks about, those are the people that actually change what happens. They change the direction of their community and their society, their family, and all that. So,
yeah. Well, when I poured this a second ago, it smelled like apple juice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, and very.
And is it
yeasty?
Is it Oude Northwest or Oude?
What is it here? Oh yeah, I would say Oude, something like that. Oude and Kusei.
Chef's Kiss, Floral. I think the beer is called Floral Budget.
Yeah.
And
is it a open ferment or a
wild? Yeah. I never know how to pronounce that word. Feder? Is that a Feder fermented?
Foder. Yeah. Foder, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm guaranteed to get it wrong every time.
Yeah,
wild ale with Freak of Nature oolong tea.
Yeah. That's actually a tea I drink when I drink tea.
Okay. Past meets future, they say.
Yeah.
8.5.
It is off the nose, I'm going to say undrinkable, but we'll...
No, it is just...
Oh, wow. Man, I'm glad I didn't throw it out just smelling it. Just smelling it was very bready, yeasty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
That's good. It's
nice.
Earthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel in not a bad way.
Yeah, but
I feel like I licked a bouquet of flowers.
Right. Yeah, it's very floral, like the name suggests. But it feels like you're kind of chewing on the stem a little bit too.
It does. Yeah. It's got that vegetal. Yeah, maybe it is Feder.
Why does this happen?
Yeah, I know we've looked this up before.
I mean, we can't remember that brewery in Snohomish or...
It's just a thing. It's that segment where they forget the thing that they are wanting to talk about.
Right.
Also, this is their job.
How to say that word in English? With 22 audio pronunciations.
Oh, great.
What?
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah. Oh, wow. People, this is like a howtopronounce.com.
Oh, boy.
And fooder, they say. It's not, it won't play on the podcast, but.
No, I'm hearing it through my. Oh, okay. Maybe.
Fooder. Fodder. So we got fodder and fodder.
Yeah, it has a little, maybe a hint of you.
It's like.
Feuder.
It's like bony.
Yeah.
You'll never get it right. Just stop now.
Yeah, aged in oak cast, which is probably that fodder.
Mm-hmm. Well,
isn't that right, or is that a type of
no? I think
fermentation?
I think
container?
Well, it's probably open fermented and then aged in oak casks.
Okay.
Is my guess. Rustic wild ales. Yeah, I've heard that with that, like a lot of breweries, when they're doing that style, like they got to have a whole separate facility.
Oh, yeah.
Because with the yeast strains in the wild, with that type of fermentation, like it's just in the air. It's going all around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It might be the oak. It might not be.
But like I know when
this explains it.
What?
Why we can't pronounce Boney or
because it's from the Netherlands.
It's Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Huh.
It's that ooh sound that is like
yeah.
Like somewhere in between those.
It's in Russian. Russians can't pronounce very in English in the same way that English speakers can't pronounce очень, which is the Russian word for very. So there's that oi sound that I'm pronouncing wrong. That like even some of my Russian students that are born here but grew up hearing, they don't say it because it's just a thing where your tongue has to learn it first.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't do it for most people. So
I like listening to Filipinos pronounce Filipinos. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of my favorites.
Like, because Joe Coy is. I mean, he obviously he's his own comedian now, but like when he got his start on the Corolla show, he would come in and do like I don't know, he would just do bits where he was like an angry Filipino mother or grandmother or something.
Yeah.
Crack me up.
There's a guy that I don't know anything about him other than he is Asian by look, but like you see that he's Asian.
Yeah.
But if you heard him, he's born here,
right?
And probably like at least third generation because he has zero accent, and but he will sing a song with an Asian accent, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And so all of his clips are like him going into his living room, his wife sitting on the couch, and then he's like, "Hello, it's me you're looking for." And she's just sitting there just deadpan. Like, gosh,
what are you doing?
And it'll say like 42nd time me singing song, no Asian I have no Asian accent, but I'm singing with an Asian accent or whatever it is. And that's hilarious.
That's funny. Hey, did the Bee or Not the Bee put out anything good this week?
They not put out anything good?
I mean, I brought up the one, I think it was from Monday or Tuesday, where it's this lady, and I don't know who's holding somebody had a Trump doll that they were hanging from like a stick or something.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know what precipitated this situation, but this lady walks up. She's got a purple shirt that says MAKA on it, MAKA, Make America Kind Again. And then on the back it says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." And the title of it is "Woman in Make America Kind Again shirt decapitates Trump effigy." And it's like the picture is her just like hacking this thing with, I don't know if it's a stick or a machete or what, but it's just the ultimate irony.
Yep. And there's so much of it.
It's like, okay, how do you define kindness? Like, and kind to who? Because I guess you're only saying kind to only certain people.
Kind of the people I agree with.
Right.
Yep.
And that is the perennial joke with the. I mean, take it back to 2020, where it's the peaceful protests, that are burning down cities, or, the side that forever has had the coexist bumper stickers and the toleration and the We need to accept everybody.
Wonder if they are taking off the Jewish star on off those now.
Mm-hmm. Man, a lot of hot Jewish talk and
oh my gosh,
like black people talk these days.
It is. I don't know what to think.
Israel
about
like
the
a separate, well, kind of connected to the Jewish thing, but obviously, but
I don't know what to think with the Israel thing. It seems weird.
Like,
altogether.
Is Israel behind these attacks? Is that, like
Like
do I trust what's his face? No.
Oh, yeah.
Netanyahu or
no Benny is that or Benny? Is that
Benny,
yeah. No, there's no reason to do that. That'd be just crazy. But
but does that, just because I don't trust him, does that mean he's behind this trans shooter guy?
Yeah, I doubt it. I just don't see evidence for it. It's just a weird thing how people have like Israel derangement syndrome. Mm-hmm. And so I haven't looked into literally any of it. I just know that it seems like there's times when people go crazy anti-Israel. And like, here's the thing. Israel, repent. America, repent. Turn from your wicked ways. Follow God. Everything will be fine.
But then you have like guys like Tucker Carlson and guys like
oh man,
what's his face? He's out of Texas. The representative.
Yeah,
I can see his face, but what? I think he was on with Tucker and Ted Cruz. He's Texas, right? I don't know. He talks like he's Texas.
Yeah, it's either
maybe he's Florida or something.
Yeah, that's Santos. So yeah, I think Cruz is out of Texas.
Okay,
wherever.
Same with the Patch guy. How is that guy still in office?
Yeah,
but So then they start throwing in all this confusing language about, like, he's quoting things from the Bible and then assigning it to the nation of Israel.
Yeah,
instead of like the true nation of Israel. And then you have people chiming in on like the post-mill covenantal side, talking about, well, we are the true Israel. It's like you got all these different directions of what does it mean. And
like, is it irresponsible just to ignore them?
I mean, it's good to have an answer, because like, I had somebody write on, this is a little bit different direction, but I had a student write on in a paper. I asked them to write their testimony. And one thing that they mentioned was that this student felt stupid for asking, at their youth group, like asking, proof for God, that God exists. And I wrote on there, not a dumb question.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually something that you wrestle with and something that you need to have an answer for.
Yeah.
So I do think a lot of the talk is dumb, but at the same time, we need to have an answer, because like, I do think there are people that, like, especially at that teenage age where they get hung up on one thing and then they feel if you can't give like at least a confident answer, then it's like, and this other person over here seems really confident and like they're really malleable at that age. And so I just keep thinking like we need to, we don't need to listen to everything. We don't need to, we don't even need to know all the details of what a certain person thinks. But you can still apply wisdom to the situation and give a good answer.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely good to have an answer, and you don't have to get wrapped up in all the crap going on.
Yeah. And there's a lot of that going on. I mean, so what we're seeing in the country, it seems to be going two different directions. You got people freaking out, decapitating Trump dolls, and then you got people. Oh boy,
the Babylon Bee. Hamas calls on Democrats to tone down the violence.
Right.
Speaking of not knowing what's going on and how much you need to know, Tylenol.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. I don't even know what happened, but my feed just started to get flooded with Tylenol jokes, and now
and now Democrats are killing themselves.
Right.
It is really interesting. This administration is just what's going on, so everybody, there's been for a long time there's been conversations about vaccines and autism and those kinds of things, and so they're getting ready to come out with their information on where we get autism, and so everybody's expecting Tylenol or expecting vaccines, and then we come up with Tylenol, and it's like, I mean, look, maybe there's a great case for this. I haven't looked at any of it. It's like
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know where it originated. All I have seen is the jokes.
Yeah. Well, so RFK came out with Trump and said, and this is just from what I'm looking at my, the periphery of my news eye.
Yeah.
So maybe it didn't actually come from them, but from what I understand, RFK and Trump come out with Tylenol taken while women are pregnant is what's causing the tisms, and and the world blows up. And I think most people are like, that's totally suspicious. That's not at all what.
Okay, now I
see
seven.
Ian just died for a moment.
7 causes of autism newly revealed by RFK Jr.
Oh man,
Chucklin' Cherry Squeeze It drinks.
This is not serious.
You don't even want to know how much Red 40 was in these bad boys. Slap bracelets.
No.
Don't act like you didn't see these kids slapping on bracelets and memorizing baseball stats while shutting down all communication with others.
No way. This is too good.
I have not done this, but it does sound like a bad idea. Mixing a mouthful full of Pop Rocks with Dr. Pepper.
100%.
Dangerous and now known to be super autism causing.
I think there's a level of autism that makes that a thought in the head. So.
Okay, I don't actually know what this next one means. Tamagotchis?
No.
And the explanation is, this explains a lot.
Nothing.
Tamagotchis.
Huh.
It sounds like a made-up word.
Yeah.
Number 5. Taking more than the directed dosage of Flintstones vitamins.
10 million strong and
Dude,
growing.
those were like the key to health back in the 90s.
They were,
You didn't take your Flintstone vitamin today?
They were just good enough that you wanted them as a kid, and then you regretted eating them when
it's really chalky. It's almost a candy.
Yeah, it's sweet like a candy, chalky like dirt.
Right. Using the turbo button on a Mad Catz Sega Genesis controller. You always suspected there was a catch.
Vaguely remember something. Yeah.
And then not enough tariffs. Okay. RFK, did Trump put you up to this?
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I've seen people... I mean, overall, it just seems like...
well, this is what's wrong with... This is what happens with the death cult. Now we got a bunch of poop heads that are... that hate anything Trump related so much that now we've got women that are apparently eating Tylenol to say it's totally safe, and they're doing it when pregnant, and it's actually killing themselves off as well as the baby because they've eaten so much of it. I heard from Nick Freitas, however his name's pronounced.
Well, come to us for pronunciations.
Yeah, we need to have a dictionary of our pronunciations, the way we say
Contraritics dictionary.
Yeah, exactly. But he was talking about 15 years ago, they were asking a nurse friend, hey, what's like the worst thing you ever seen? And kind of hoping for humor. And it wasn't. It was more of her telling a story about a girl that wanted, in a cry for help, wanted to commit suicide, but not commit suicide. And so she thought, well, Tylenol's safe. And so she ate a whole bunch of Tylenol. And that they said, look, you may still be alive right now, but basically for the next 2 weeks, we're going to just try to keep you comfortable because your liver is dying and you will die. And so that's what's going to happen with a lot of these ladies is they're women, insane people. Like they're doing this to
who's eating a lot of Tylenol anyway?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if we have Tylenol.
Yeah.
Like, do we have Tylenol in my house? I don't know.
It's one of those ones that like I've always been an Advil guy because it's effective, whereas Tylenol is like it might be candy that doesn't have any flavor.
Yeah. Right.
It might be a sugar pill, but I've had to take it when I couldn't take Advil for other reasons. I can't remember why.
Yeah, like one's they're two different categories of drug.
Yeah,
I don't remember the difference, but we're not going to dive into something we don't know about.
Yeah, what we do know about is like I don't care what pill it is. Don't take it to what's the old saying? Don't smite your nose to hate your face. I don't know.
Yeah, you're on your own on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like the start of a phrase, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, definitely. I said it wrong 100%.
Okay, so I did see...
Cut your nose to smite your face.
I did see... that actually does make sense.
Yeah.
I did see Macron is back in the...
Oh, good.
Back in the news.
Oh.
Trying to say, no,
There's two
we're going to
different
submit evidence that...
Oh,
that,
yeah, no, nobody... Yeah,
that Bridget is a woman.
Is a man, or even a woman.
And then
him making the phone call in New York or whatever it was.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It was Washington D.C. Yeah, he was like walking somewhere in Washington D.C. I think, and Trump's motorcade was like shutting off roads, and so he was like stuck and couldn't get back to wherever it was he was supposed to stay, the embassy or whatever, and so he had to like call Trump and be like, "Hey, you're blocking my walk, man."
Well, I just saw this Babylon Bee. U.S. begs Bridget Macron to please not submit photographic proof she's a woman. Yeah. Please.
Oh man.
Oh. But remember,
we'll take the DNA. Just do the DNA.
Right. But remember the slap in the.
Oh yeah, when she slapped him.
Yeah, you just saw this hand come smacking out from the plane. And didn't Trump say something about it at that point?
I think so.
I think he said, "Don't." He had some real pithy advice. Yeah, but that whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, I did really appreciate the clip that has now been going around of Charlie Kirk, like shutting down someone that was trying to pit him against Candace Owens, because I didn't realize like how far they went back. Because I watched a little bit of her.
She's been somebody that I have ignored for a while.
Yeah,
just because it seems like she's more willing to be divisive than helpful.
Right. But I listened to her thing that was like either the day of or day after he was killed, and she was talking about like they were, like they basically. I mean, Charlie was the motor behind it and doing a lot of the stuff, but she was living out a suitcase, traveling around, getting TPUSA really? Off the ground with him.
Okay.
And so she just talked about how, like, I mean, classic Charlie, cared nothing about what he looked like, would wear suits 2 sizes too big because he didn't want to, he was very conscious of spending donors' money, and he wanted to maximize everything for the organization.
NRA, so,
right. And just, anyway, I didn't realize they went that far back. Then there was an interview, or like he was taking questions from the audience just a couple months ago, and somebody said, what do you think about Candace Owens? And he's like, basically, Candace Owens is a great friend. I don't have to agree with her on everything to still be a good friend with her. If you're trying to pit me against her, then don't.
Yeah.
Like
that's awesome. Like there just needs to be more of that.
Yeah. Like
if somebody came to me and said, "What do you think about Ian?" I'd be like, "Stay away from him."
Right. And you can
nothing good.
you're like, Ian's views on 9/11 keep me away, but no, like we can disagree on things, and the terms of friendship is not agreement.
Yeah.
Like, because I
don't disagree with you. I just don't know if I agree with you.
Okay. I always say healthy. I have a healthy distrust and in a lot
As
of
one
things.
should.
But so we have a 4-season series by Mother Earth Brew, which always confused me because this is like the big national brand Mother Earth Brew, but there was a Mother Earth Brewing, I think, in North Carolina that visited several times. It was a really cool brewery, but not the Mother Earth Brew. This is the one that most people know that is out of, well, if you know the nerd beer stuff. I thought it was out of California, but
once again, not all the information on.
Yeah. Well, Vista, California, and Nampa, Idaho.
Yeah, why wouldn't?
So maybe they have 2 locations.
Yeah,
but it's a cocktail-inspired Imperial Stout, which kind of caught my eye. It's got the fall leaves on it. So I'm a sucker for can art, Yeah. And also, can art could turn me away from a good beer just because it looks ridiculous. So it's ale with aromatic bitters, lemon peel, and star anise. I always just take a second before you pronounce it.
It's one of those ones you just have to pause.
Right.
Yeah. This has right on. So, man,
I don't know if that's good or not.
It smells better than our floral budget.
Yeah.
This has like yeast stuck in a wood barrel and like sitting
stuck in a wood crack.
Like there's something about that. Like I have had my head in a disproportionate amount of fermenters, probably more than most average dudes.
Right.
And so there's certain things like, man, I can think of like different places I've been to that. See, I'm talking into the cup just right next to the mic, just to get that extra weird sound.
A beer brewed in honor of the original New Orleans classic cocktail.
What is the?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Is it 4 seasons or?
I've never heard. I mean, is there a 4? Let me see.
I don't know.
Cocktail?
But it's the 4 seasons series.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what the beer is called. Imperial Stout? I don't know. Okay, this is one where the can art is kind of leading us astray.
Yeah. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. 10.2. Is that what it is?
11.4, I think.
Okay. It's not bad. Based on 2 ratings, it's 3.89% or 3.89. Another stout from the same brewery, Mad Vlad, has an ABV of 9.5 and average. So, is this a Russian Imperial bourbon barrel?
So apparently, Trump's response to the Macron thing, like back in what was that? I think back in May or June, with the slap, he said, "As a general principle in life, make sure the door stays closed."
That's funny.
So, did you find anything on it?
Yeah, it's a series of limited release barrel aged Imperial Stouts under their 4 seasons program. So that's
okay.
Yeah, so it's a top tier beer program featuring mostly barrel aged limited production. I'm looking for this one in particular. They've got winter, spring, summer. So this is just a seasonal release of different times. So sometimes it's a barley wine. Sometimes it's a red wine barrel aged Belgian gold. Wow, that sounds amazing. This is 9 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had our head under a rock for Mother Earth brews.
Well, I would definitely be looking for this again. It's not one of those knock your socks off kind, but it's one that's super interesting.
Yeah, it's creative. I actually, as far as enjoyment, I actually like the finish better than the front end. The front end is really like, you get that bitter, weird.
You get some weird yeasty notes on the front end.
And that orange peel is really big in the middle, and then it kind of settles almost into like a coffee.
Oh, yeah. Man. Yeah. We'll have to keep our eye out for...
It's a wave of flavor emotion.
Yeah, it is. Flavor is an emotion, isn't it? I think that's actually...
Is that a thing?
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a Norm's.
Okay, so ale with aromatic bitters, lemon peel, and star anise. That which is it's just a weird word.
It is. I mean,
it's like saying it's talking about planets that aren't planets in front of fifth graders. Like, hey guys, this is the planet Uranus. It's not a planet, so we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, but what's that other word? That
I don't know. We will never know. We could have a whole podcast about us asking what's that word.
We should have a segment. All right,
man,
now for what's that word?
What word? Yeah.
No, but it means like obstinate, or if you're being really anal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's the word right there.
No, but I remember
we would figure that word out.
I remember the day that, like, I think it was the day, like, my sister found out that word, like, meant obstinate, and she came home. I mean, she must have been in high school. I think I was in junior high, or maybe a little younger, but and she kept using it and at the dinner table, and at some point, my dad just said, "Can you stop using that word?"
Oh man, that's so good.
Yeah, and I guess it's not obstinate. It's just really hyper focused. It's
hyper focused.
Down syndrome.
Well, you got to bring the Downs into it.
Take Tylenol. Be anal.
No, it's not a suppository.
I don't know what rabbit hole we just went down. Why did I say rabbit hole?
Oh man, what in the world?
All
Guys,
right,
we split the first beer,
right,
and we sipped on the second beer. Just.
There's no laughing gas. There's no other drugs involved.
If Ian and I were sitting in a room with Pop Rocks and Dr. Pepper,
right,
we'd still have the same conversations. Yes. Oh man, man, I don't want this beer to end, and it's weird because it's not I've definitely had better beers that I immediately liked right off the bat. I am noticing more, like as I look at this label, I'm noticing like the people, the lady.
Your glasses are activating.
When you put glasses on, before we started, I'm in this weird stage where I'm wearing reading glasses, and also like going, do I need to go get my eyes checked for just glasses in general?
Right.
Because I find when I'm at home and less self-conscious about it, then I just walk around wearing my reading glasses all the time. And then, an hour later, I'm like, oh, I've got glasses on my head. Yeah. Or I go to look for them just because I don't want to sit on them and find out that I won't sit on them unless I'm more flexible than I thought I was. So, yeah, I'm figuring out this whole reading glasses thing.
The question is, does that can say anything about like consuming with Tylenol?
Let's take a look here. Let me put my reading glasses on.
Does not advise. It probably says something about pregnant people.
Yeah, it says it'll affect your ability to drive machinery.
Okay.
But
well, I guess
while being a woman, apparently.
I guess I'll refrain from taking a Tylenol out of this giant bowl of Tylenol that you keep on your desk.
Right.
Just
next to my M&Ms.
Yeah, just pop them. pop them like Smart Tarts or Smarty Tarts.
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, it's been good.
We've probably said more than what should be said.
We've definitely said more. So when you have the opportunity to say less, say less.
Yeah.
But for real, I mean, we didn't even get to another topic that I think we should come back around to, but just there's no time like the present for strong fathers. And, it doesn't require a father that knows everything. It just requires a father that knows enough that that he's responsible. I mean, you touched on this, but he's responsible for his family, how they're educated, protection from himself as well. So repentance and self-denial and then be willing to stand up for them, to say the awkward thing, to get them out of situations, like whether it be out of the public school or out of, stand up for your daughters, to find strong men to marry and, don't send them into the workplace and then, just hope that everything works out. I mean,
even right now, my daughter is 6 years old and she runs to me because she knows that she's safe and that she's protected and not because I'm her best friend. That's a big one. Like it's really, I find it easy to, like with my boys, it's easy for me to be dad and be the tough guy with them. I definitely like to make fun of my boys and tease them and to encourage them to be more. With my daughter, I do struggle with wanting to be her best friend. And so fortunately, I don't think fallen into that trap, because when she's coming to me, it's because she knows that like daddy will protect her and from herself. Like that's been a thing. It's been a big thing with her, protecting her from herself. But like it is a weird thing with having a daughter. And you can speak to it better than I can, but having only a daughter, it becomes more noticeable to me, the difference. That I was like, I'd hear guys say, "Oh, my daughter's got me wrapped around her finger," or mom say, and I can totally see that being a thing. And like I love her differently than her brothers, but she still comes to me not because I'm her bestie, but because I'm her dad that will draw the sword and protect her from herself and from all the monsters that are out there. Yeah. So that's important to know your daughters in that way.
Yeah, a lot of times when they're saying that they need something, they might not need actually what they're saying. Yeah. They're actually crying out for help, and they don't even know it yet. And so seeking wisdom from others and from and talking, keeping short account with your wife, like, hey, what are you hearing? What are you picking up? And then from other people that know your people well, and just trying to get an idea, because especially, in these developmental years where they're just shaping ideas and shaping personality and things, just keeping close with them in the sense that they know that you care for them, that you want the best for them, and sometimes that means making a hard decision for them. Skipping a birthday party, or just little things like that, or which sports to play, or what, like just caring, because like a lot of fathers, having an opinion, like just caring, like it doesn't have to be the right opinion, quote unquote, like just by you expressing care, you are actually feeding your daughter and your son's soul, like 100%. They are looking for you to care. Yep. Even if they look like they don't care, they do care what you think. 100%. And so start caring, and start showing up, even if you think it doesn't matter, even if they say it doesn't matter, Dad, I don't care.
Yeah,
You know?
I have been realizing that when they say it doesn't matter, it matters more than anything.
Because they don't want to, like, they also care for you, and so
Yeah.
they don't want. Oh, it doesn't matter, Dad. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're like, and you're like, oh no, I need to be
this
there.
matters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And don't be afraid to embarrass them a little.
Yeah, it's always good.
It's always good. All right. Well, hopefully this, maybe you laughed a little with us. Maybe you're deeply offended. And you're right. We should develop bigger casings for those, for those rounds for liberals to write on. Or did we even bring that one up? I don't even remember.
We did.
Okay.
Yep.
I know we talked about it pre-show, and then I'm like, wait, did we even talk about that one?
Yep.
Now I'm making a reference that nobody knows what we're talking about. But the good news is we get a new day every day. God is faithful to bring the sun up.
Yeah.
And there are days when you feel like a total failure as a father, as a husband, as a person, and embrace repentance and God's forgiveness, and then move on and start doing the next right thing.
Repent and go forward without any shame.
There you go. Defiance and obedience. It's on a
right.
sweatshirt, people. It must be a real thing. Coming to a merch table near you soon.
That's right. We'll have that.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Contraritics. Tune in next time for another dose of guns, beer, and contrarianism.